A political advocate for a decade plus on the Blackstone Merchants Association, done a great job against some fierce political pressures. He still prevailed. So he's tenacious. He says what he means and means what he says, and I personally dig him. So he's going to share a little bit about his vision, and from a politician's standpoint, and it's from a citizen, from a dad, from a husband, like we all have, and also ask some questions about, what's the real homeless problem like in Fresno? What are we really doing out there? Not just looking at the stats that are presented to the county and the city, but what is our viewpoint as people that have gone through that? What's it really like out there? So as he designs his solution for it, I'm sure he's going to pick up an idea or 12. So feel free to, make it like a dialogue, not just a presentation. I'm sure he's willing to hear from anything. So everybody, welcome AJ.
Yeah, thank you. So just to correct John first, I'm not a political advocate, I'm a community advocate.
Better.
Never been involved in politics, been involved in the community. So I came to the US in 1985, and by 1989 I've been involved in the community, especially I serve with at-risk kids. Because I believe the future of any city, any community starts with education. So that's why I've been involved with at-risk kids. 2016, I started the Blackstone Merchant Association. Actually, before 2016, I was the president of Big Brothers Big Sisters in Central Valley too. And 2016, the reason I started the Blackstone Merchant Association because I saw the problems the city's facing, the community's facing. Homeless population on the street. It's inhumane to be on the street. Residents are suffering. Businesses are suffering. The city itself is suffering. Police suffering, fire department suffering, so everybody's suffering, yet the city refused to solve the problem. So for the last 20 years, the city and any politician, any community advocate been saying, housing first, housing first, housing first. How did it work 20 years? Only in the last 5 years, the city has spent $500 million on housing first, yet we have 50% more homeless people on the street, okay? So we have a total of 4,500 homeless population total. Only about 2,500 of them on the street. So that means the city spent basically $500 million in 5 years on 2,500 people. And what happened? So it is not working. So for me, I'm running against the establishment. I'm saying we need to put people before politics. As Blackstone Merchant Association, I represent the homeless population, I represent the residents, I represent the businesses, and we need to create a win-win. So a lot of organizations out there only represent one, and they say, okay, this is the one I represent, I don't care about the other one. It doesn't work. We need to create a win-win for everybody as a community. We live together. What makes, you can have some of these passed away too. What makes us great as a community is, I say, we're like a bowl of salad. We have different colors. And you want to get some more?
Thank you.
The bowl of salad, the reason it tastes very good is because we have different colors, different ingredients in it, and this one makes it great. So this is how the community works too. It's all of us together as one. So we're not melting pot. We're different background, different culture, but we have to work together, come together as one city. The way what Fresno, Jerry Dyer says today, one Fresno, it's a lie. Because he's only taking care of certain areas in the city, certain districts in the city, because those are the people that pay money and have influence in the city. But the people have no voice, he doesn't care about. And that's why I came in. I say it the way it is. I refuse to have any political endorsement. I have no political endorsement. I don't have any special interest endorsement, because it has to be about the people. The voice of the people should be heard, and this is what I am, at least for the last 11 years as Blackstone Merchant Association. So what I've been calling for is, it is inhumane to leave anybody on the street. It's inhumane. Somebody's on the street that's suffering every day to find water, find food, find shower, shelter. How can those people think properly to say, I need help? They cannot. So, and I've talked to a lot of people on the street. People get on the street for many reasons. It could be from drugs, alcohol, but also could be from financial situations. It's like a lady told me, hey, my roommate left last month, and if I cannot find another roommate this month, I'm gonna be homeless next month. People got divorced, people lost hours in their job, so most people live check to check. And so we need to prevent those people from becoming homeless as well. So homeless starts from financial situation too. And what I suggest first is, if you go to a house and you see the house is flooding, so the government, what they do, they say, oh, let's get the bucket and just taking the water out. They don't say, let's go stop the source of the water first. They don't stop the source of the water. So this is what we need to do. We need to stop the source of homelessness. So what I suggest first, the city has to have the shelters that we have today. They should turn to housing for people going to become homeless. So for example, if somebody lived with a roommate and the roommate left and their payment was $300 a month, you know what? You're going to move to this house that we provide for $300 a month. That's it. You have 6 months to find another roommate, to find another job, to fix the situation and move on. So we need to prevent people from becoming homeless. A lot of people become homeless. They're not drug addict or alcohol, but they have no choice on the street but to take drugs so they can survive. So not everybody on the street because they have drug addiction. They have no choice on the street but to take drugs. We have 20% of the kids go to schools in the area, at least around Blackstone. 20% of the kids and the parents are experiencing homelessness. 20% of the kids, yet the city doesn't look at these people. So this is my issue with the city. That's why I decided to run. We need practical solutions. We need to listen to the people. We need to go to the source of the problem and solve it. So what I suggest is we need to have low barrier safe zones. Tell everybody, go to that safe zone. We're gonna provide the basic services for you, water, shower, food, but we're also gonna provide the proper medical treatment for you. We have to provide proper medical treatment to start with. Because you know what, when like I said, people on the street tell me, first thing I need in the morning when I wake up, I need my drugs so I can function. I say, if we provide a proper medical treatment for them and they can think, the nice people, logical people, they want help. They don't want to be on the street, they need help, but they can't think with the pressure they have and the addiction they have. So we need to put them in a good environment, take them from bad environment, put them in a good environment, remove the stress they have, the daily stress they have, give them the proper medical treatment there, but we also need to have faith-based, like Center for Living. We need to have any church, we need to have AA there, we need to have NA there, and anybody who wants service, we will provide that service. We will not force anybody to the safe zone saying you have to get services. No, what we have to do is put them in a good environment, and eventually they will say, I need service. They don't realize what they need till we provide a proper environment for them, till we take the daily stress away from them. So that's my thing, is good environment, provide medical treatment, have faith-based there, have any services there, and then we do job training. We have to do job training because job training gives purpose in life. And this is the pathway to recovery. It's not gonna be from the street, which there are exceptions of, from the street to recovery, it doesn't happen. We need to take care of, as a human being, we need to take care of these people. Again, for 20 years, the city has been saying housing first is not working, so are we going to continue with what the city wants, housing first? It's not working. Another fact is the city only builds about 26% of the homes that we need every year. So how can we have housing first? We only build 26% of the homes we need every year. And those homes that we build are not cheap. And then the city blames the developers, they blame everybody else, they blame Madeira by the way, because everybody's moving to Madeira. They don't blame themselves. And the problem starts with the city. Because when somebody goes to build to the city, and I say the city is so proud to roll the red carpet, but yet that red carpet is full of Velcro. Anybody goes there and wants to build something, it takes them 2 years to get permits. The city said, oh, we have a one-stop shop, make it easier for anybody who wants to build. Yeah, you go to one-stop shop, it's called DRC, it takes a year to build, to get permits. So it's not working, the problem starts with the city. And for me, I'm saying we need, and why it starts with the city? Because council members have all the power. And they're making decisions on what will be built and what conditions we have. And that takes long time for two reasons. First, because council members, it's a part-time job. Council members don't have the knowledge of how to build and what to build and the codes and anything. So what I'm saying is, look, council members, we need to give up the power. We need to give it to the department. Let them make that decision, not us. Because we hired those people in the departments. They have the knowledge, they have the experience, they've been there for 20 years, they know what needs to be done. They look at Fresno as a game board, as monopoly, and they apply the rules to all the city, at the same rules to all the city. And they know what works and what doesn't work. So they will make the decision. Our job on top is to make sure they're following the rules and the policies that we set. But we shouldn't hold back the progress. By giving the power to the planning department and every department, we're gonna make it a lot faster to build. And that's gonna solve the problem. It's all about supply and demand. Other cities, they have something called by right. So if you build something over here and you're going to copy the same thing and build it over here, within a week you should get a permit. Not take 2 years because we need to start the process one more time. So again, the problem starts from the city, and I'm calling all these problems out, and that's why the city doesn't like me, the city is fighting me, but that's also the reason I do not accept any political endorsement or any special interest endorsement, because it is about the people. I'm the voice of the voiceless. I'm from the people, for the people, by the people. So if you have any questions, I can stop. Yes?
With the Fresno Rescue Mission closing, now what happens to those people?
Perfect. So where the money from Fresno Rescue Mission comes from the government. So you have to realize the government, the federal government, we're almost $40 trillion in debt. 40 trillion. It's like you have a house mortgage payment for $2,000 and your credit card payment is $3,000. You cannot survive. We have the state, we're tens of billions of dollars in deficit too. The city this year we're in millions of dollars in deficit. Yeah, now Jerry Dyer said next budget we're not going to be in deficit. It's going to come up. Every year been coming up, the same thing. So we cannot depend on money from the government to build or to do services. Give you an example. For the city to house one person, it takes about $6,000. And that's including the fire and the police and the health department, all this, $6,000. If we do what we're doing with the low barrier and have services like Centers for Living provide, will be about $600.
What's our cost? Anybody know?
600?
625?
625.
875.
Yeah, when I said about 600. So. Yeah. And that's the difference. The government cannot solve the problem.
Contrast.
The government is not the solution, the government is the problem, okay? I like this quote, so I'm gonna say it. It's the ninth scariest word in the English language is, you know? Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the government. How can I help?
Yes, I'm from the government, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a question, because I don't know how true it is, but I had a intuition I could say, I guess, that they're gonna stop giving out SSI to people.
Not for next 20, 30 years, no, it will
Okay.
continue, but eventually something will happen. So any question? Yes,
Is it true that, being homeless is now against the law? And if so, where are these people supposed to go now?
yes. So being homeless is not against the law, but there's Fresno Municipal Code Article 17, Section 10, and said there's no encampment on private property or public property, because you're blocking the right way of other people.
So where they supposed to go?
So, and that's what I'm
That's the
saying,
point.
and this is the question when everybody is, for example, I talked to a homeless person on private property, say, hey, excuse me, but you cannot be here because you're hurting the business. And the question comes up is, where do I go? That's one question to ask me, where do I go? So the answer is really the safe zone, you know, where we provide, it's a low barrier that will provide all the service. So we need to give them an area to go to. If you remember, Des Martinez used to have a camp. I don't know if you know Des Martinez. And then the city shut it down, closed it. And that's inhumane. I mean, I know on winter time, about 6 people die on average every year being on the street. 6 people. That's inhumane. I mean, if we don't have housing for them, at least let's provide a proper shelter, proper zone that we can take care of people. Yes.
Are you referring to those zones by Poverello where it was underneath the and there was like a lot that they allowed RVs to park for a short period of time?
No. That was only parking space for them, but no, I'm saying we need to provide
Like
services,
our
not just give them
services.
area to be there. We need to treat people as a human being. We need to have the proper services for them. Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to know if I could be a part of what you're doing, like get people to come back to like, you know, who they once were. Like you said, you provide services. Maybe I can go back to a place where like I used to be at, like Poverello, and you know, move people to a better start where you provide the services.
Yeah, so let's talk and I'll give you my number.
Okay.
Actually, my number is everywhere on my slide. But what I want to say is, first is yes, yeah. You have 2-part question, so to help you call me for that. And,
I'd like to get involved too, if possible.
yeah, thank you.
Amen, yeah, stand up.
Either
This is AJ. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah,
I heard about
no
it.
problem. So, look, it's, when I walk and talk to people, a lot of people are fed up and they don't want anything to do with politics. They tell me go, or they ask me, are you Republican, are you Democrat? It doesn't solve the problem. It's what solves the problem is let's do what's right for Fresno. Let's forget about the politics. Let's be a voice. When people say, I don't vote, or I don't care anymore, I give up, that's not gonna solve the problem. You're keeping the power with the politicians. Why every politician is in office, they're guaranteed to win the second term as council member? Because that's how the system is set up. It's rigged. And that's one of the things I want to change, I'm gonna bring up too. So as long as you don't revolt, and you revolt with your voice, with your vote, and say, we will not vote for any politician, will not vote for anybody endorsed by a politician, will not vote for the same ideas that we've been trying for the last 20 years, your voice will change everything. That's why America is great. But it's your voice, and do not give up and vote.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Well, probably like 2 weeks ago, I was at my house, and right across the street, we had probably like 6 cop cars, big old dump truck, and about 4 or 5 city workers harassing these people that were homeless. They had a little shed. They went and removed them out of the shed and destroyed it.
Yes.
And they had all these cops there, and they were not doing nothing, they were just in the car.
Yeah.
All that wasted money on the time when they should be doing other stuff. How are you gonna come back against that? Cause that's our people that pay taxes, that's the money that's
So-
being used like that.
So again, we have the law, Article 17-10, which I just mentioned. But yes, the question is, the city has no solution. We'll go destroy the camp and say you cannot be over here. But the question is, where do they go? We don't have the answer. And that's why I'm saying the safe zone is the answer for that. You cannot be here, but you can be here. You're gonna be treated as a human being. The service is gonna be provided for you, and that's a good environment. Eventually, the people want to change. Look, I know people on the street, attorneys, doctors, and dentists. They're homeless on the street because it's served for them with illegal drugs. You know, so they were taking legal drug and they got hooked on this drug and they're on the street too. But this is all, for me, it's rigged by the government, by the city. There's no solution. It's only the bucket throwing water out, but not shutting down the source of the water. You have to think of the residents. They don't want somebody sitting on the property. You have to think of the business going out of business, losing everything they have because there's a homeless encampment in front of their property too. So we need to create a win-win-win for everybody. And the win for everybody is let's move the homeless population to a safe zone, provide the service for them there, put them in a good environment. Yes.
The only way they can stay in the area is not, if it's not by a business owned, and it doesn't say
it says trespassing, you can't be there, right?
Yes, yes, so basically, again, for me, it's always about creating win-win-win. So, it has to have a buffer from businesses, from schools, from parks, from residents. We have to have that buffer, and everybody will feel safe, and this is what the win-win is. Yes.
We have a lot of, say, empty lots all throughout the town that, like, could be turned into something useful.
Yes, yes.
Like all these just vacant properties that are just nothing but weeds and dirt that could be actually used to build these homes,
Yes.
to build these resources, these medical facilities and all these things. But like you said, the city, the lobbyists, the special interests, they'd rather not.
Yeah, because they want the money keep on coming.
Absolutely.
So then it's, government never want to solve a problem.
Oh.
They just want money to keep on coming in. If the problem's not solved, money's coming in.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, I haven't been in Fresno very long, but I was in Miami, right? And so that administration there, the words that are used are, we need to clean our streets, right? Which is cleaning the streets of human beings and then putting them into what would be considered like entertainment area.
Talking about clear water?
Well, Aventura and not Clearwater, but Miami, Miami Gardens and everything. That's it. So, and it's a statewide thing. So like you had asked if it's criminal to be homeless. It's damn near so. They know where you will go. They have encampments, but they don't tell you how you can come out. And then, so my question to you is, I hear a lot about what we need to do, what we need to do, what we need to do. There's a cancel culture right now, in which case, you know, if there's an elitism that is saying, there's this status here, and then there's the homeless. When in fact, the homeless is no less of a status than what they are, right? So how do you go about doing that in order to be able to, as well as be able to compete against others who have chosen a party to go to run against you?
So, let me say that. If you take a good person, put them in a bad environment, eventually they will do something bad. If you take a bad person, put them in a good environment, eventually they'll do something good, okay? So what I'm saying is low barrier, it's very important key, low barrier, safe zone, because you can come in and out, you're not stuck in there. But when somebody's on the streets struggling every day to get food, water, shelter, and find the drugs, they cannot think properly, say, I need help. It's not a question they can think of. So we need to put them in a safe zone, to put them in that environment. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's not a bad thing. They don't like, they can walk. We're gonna have different safe zones, different camps. Because people ready to, for rehab, there will be around people ready for rehab in the same environment. People not ready yet, it will be different. So we have to cater to people, but the one thing is, and I say it is, let's treat the homeless population as good as we treat the dogs today.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You have a dog on the street, to pick up that dog, take him to shelter.
Right?
So somebody can take them because they cannot think for themselves. Let's help those people that cannot think for themselves. That's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking about this hospital. I was going to this hospital right here,
Yeah.
and I think about seeing all these homeless people that they're suffering. Basically, the hospital just so healthy, they can probably put it back together. But that's I say that always have to do something.
So you mean the empty lot over here?
Yeah, the hospital.
So I think hopefully he has the answer because he's gonna
the big hospital.
take over the lot.
Which lot is it?
The hospital.
The
Oh, yeah.
hospital.
I hope so.
The
Yes.
hospital's good.
Amen.
Do it, what you gonna do it?
That's what I'm talking about.
Turn into a psych hospital and a SUD, substance abuse rehab.
Yeah.
The county's short 500 beds, for Medi-Cal substance
I'm
abuse.
going right there, John. I'm going right there to the hospital.
I wouldn't suggest you stay there tonight.
You said he was born there.
There's some some
You were born
spiritual
there?
friendlies in that building, so maybe not today.
Right?
Exercise that baby.
Yeah. You got a priest?
Yeah.
Any other question?
What's the worst thing about being homeless in Fresno? Number one thing.
People are mean at you.
Violence, right? Violence?
Violence is
Yeah.
one of them.
Why do you stay high? Because you can't go to sleep.
Cause
Feel like you're not
You go to
valid.
sleep, your stuff
and
gets
you wanna
stolen.
be nice.
Like you're not important. Like you're not important.
So let me say.
You're gonna miss something.
To not feel things.
Exactly. You have no choice on the street but to stay high so you can cope with the
Yes.
situation.
Okay.
So that's why we need to take off the street to a safe zone, because then you don't need those drugs. Then you say, okay, I need to go to rehab. And talking about what you said, I get people, the homeless population of Blackstone all have my number, not all, at least most, because they keep on changing. But they call me, they say, I got raped yesterday, do you have a housing for me? We have big men, they're afraid from gang members on the street too, so it's not a good environment. I know a lady a couple years ago, her head was beheaded. Being on the
Beheaded?
street, yeah, of course.
Oh.
On the street, so it's a violent place to be on the street, it's not a safe place to be on the street, it's not a humane place to be on the street.
I got a question. This don't have nothing to do with it, but I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it. What if you just walking around the streets?
It's still unsafe.
So
You can be arrested now.
Then walking as a homeless person.
Intoxicated.
It's illegal.
It's not
Not
illegal.
from necessarily
No, not
being homeless.
even if you're homeless or not, just walking around the streets.
Walking is not illegal, you can walk, but there's no encampment, it's not allowed on property.
So you eventually gotta sit down.
Yeah, exactly.
She said
But then the question is, where do you sit down? The city doesn't give you any place to sit down. All over the city, when somebody said to move encampment and kick everybody out, so where do they go? They will go next door and then start camping in another place, so what's the solution? It's the bucket of water, that's all they're doing. the
Kicking the
city.
can down the road.
Exactly.
I've always thought, like, wouldn't it be cool if there was like an organization that maybe embraced kind of a love all, serve all policy, and they opened up multiple homes and they just said yes to people.
That's you.
I've never heard of such
Maybe kind of a private pay model.
That's you
And if they
now.
taught classes too, wouldn't that be cool?
That's
Never worked.
Never worked?
Those types of things even exist.
Don't tell them that. You know
So,
what.
thank you, John. So basically, that's what John's talking about is, we need to teach responsibility. So the Center for Living, it's an excellent example. It's really, I never mentioned them when I talk, but it's what I'm thinking of that needs to be implemented in those safe zones. The reason I don't mention it is because I know politics is gonna come and they're gonna make you look bad. That's why I don't mention it. But this is the solution. We need to teach responsibility. When you teach someone responsibility, they start moving up in society. We cannot say we're just going to give you and give you and give you and you're not giving back. It doesn't work. Teaching responsibility.
You know, this is an idea that my grandmother had told me long ago, you know, rest in peace. But she said that, you know, it would actually be an interesting idea, at least to ponder. You know, like, let's say giving people like the housing and the resources they need, and then like, until they find work or something of that nature, you know, you could clean up the streets, you know, do street details and stuff like that, and actually beautify the town. And that way you can give back and people could see, oh, these people are actually trying to do something with their lives.
Yes. And we did that on Blackstone in 2016 when we started Blackstone Merchant Station. Sharon, what's the name of the Blue
Sky.
Sky? So Blue Sky was a problem in that area because 5 o'clock when they closed, all the clients were camping in the area and damaging the businesses and residents. So we create with them what's called a good neighbor policy that nobody can encamp within 4-block area. So we kept the area clean. But then we created a program which we just said that they went twice a week and they cleaned the whole neighborhood. They picked up all the trash and everything. So they had a purpose in life, you know. So and it made everybody feel good. But yes, we have today in prison. It's called revolving door. People in and out. But so people know I'm gonna get in and get out within 24 hours. It's no big deal. But we should create service. No, we used to do that in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
You're gonna be cleaning the street. You're gonna do public service. Cannot be going in and out. We need to hold people responsible.
Give people purpose in life.
Of course, yes.
I'm sorry again. I ain't gonna be cleaning up no streets. If they trash it, they should be picking it up.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, that's first group. The only people who would be cleaning the street, people that commit crime or burglary or something. That's how you're gonna pay. Not going in prison. Give back to the community instead of going to prison. That's what I'm saying.
I'm willing to do it, you know?
Yeah. I was gonna. What did you say? Because I forgot. What I was gonna say.
I said I'm not cleaning up because if they trashed it, they should be doing it.
You know, that's a very good thing. So
All
I
you gotta
was.
do is chores at the house first. So.
Yeah, so let me say something about this. Last year I was in a meeting that Jerry Dow was talking. Jerry Dow was talking and somebody asked a question. Jerry Dow said, look, last week we cleaned this area. We had a lot of volunteers picked up 1.5 million tons of trash. And then the person asked, said, look, I was in my car and I saw somebody throwing trash out of the car, and the police was there and saw that person, didn't give him a ticket. And he said it's not the priority. So the city used the word it's not priority for everything they don't want to deal with. But how can you hold somebody responsible? So my question is why do we have the 1.5 million ton of trash if we could have prevented it? We can prevent it, so we need to have consequences.
Don't litter.
Don't litter, and if
that's
you
already
litter,
a law in the
you're gonna
books.
pay for it. I mean, that's what we have to do. We have certain group of people here in First State. There's no consequences.
Maybe they're just too lazy to go to the trash can.
They say no consequence. We don't have consequence. It doesn't work. So we need some
live in that
logic.
kind of society, though.
Yeah. You hear what I said? I said maybe they're too lazy to go to the trash can and throw it away.
Yeah, let me tell you another story. A friend of mine was in Japan. His wife was in Japan, and actually when Jerry died, the same meeting, and he said there were tour guides, group of people, tour guide, and he saw Japan is so clean, you don't see one piece of trash on the floor. But the tour guide saw one butt of cigarette on the floor. There's no trash cans, by the way. You rarely find a trash can in Japan too. He picked it up and he apologized, saying, I'm sorry, we don't have this in Japan, and this must be tourists that threw the cigarette butt on the floor. He picked it up, put it in his pocket. They said to walk like half an hour, 45 minutes before he found the trash can to put it in the trash can. So we need to teach the value over here, and the city is not.
It's
And
our community. We should, even though we don't make the trash, it's our community. We should still do something to clean it up.
But where the buck stops? Who's responsible? It comes first to the city to be responsible to make people aware of this and enforce it and create that culture.
Yeah, but I live here, and I don't want to live in a trash can. I don't want to live in garbage, so I don't care. I'm not one that will say, oh no, they're the ones that threw it out, so they have to pick it up. I don't care. I'm gonna pick it up because I don't want to live in trash. I mean, it's combination. It's common sense.
Yeah.
True that.
Go ahead.
So, I'm somebody who's not an addict, and I got my teeth kicked in by 5 kids, right, as I was homeless. And one of my concerns is that there's no education to the youth that homelessness is not dirty, homelessness is not ugly, homelessness is not any less standard than what you are or what your parents are. And so, is there any effort that's being made?
So first of all, that should start from the city. The city should promote that. It starts from the city. Those are the elected officials to represent us and to educate people to create that culture.
Because these youth are going to end
It
up
starts
being
from the city.
garden adults.
It starts from the
that are
city,
looking the
exactly.
other
It's
way.
the city's fault. It starts from the city. That's what we elected them. So the city should be promoting that, of course. And for me, talking about education, I have a nonprofit called Success from Within. And that's an important name for me because success from within. You can be whoever you want to. That's the American dream. Success comes from within. You can be whoever you want to if you're willing to pay that price and work hard to get what you want. So I work with education in school because I say the kids are 17% of our population, but they're 100% of the future. If we don't educate the kids today and give them good education, good culture, good motivation, good mentorship, what they're gonna grow up to be. So the average kids, students in Fresno today, they read 60% of the kids read below class level, and 75% are below math level. So what kind of future we will have if they graduate high school and they don't know how to read or do math education? So, and that doesn't start from the city, but really it's from the state, because the state said you cannot give an F to students anymore. So every year the kid will go to next class even though they're not ready for it. Okay, so we're not building that foundation. We're just saying go to next class. So for me, the state, I don't know, they don't want people to be educated because they want to keep on holding people's hands and say, I'm gonna hold your hand for generations to come, we're gonna take care of you. So yeah, that's a problem with the state too, even with the city.
But you guys, I'm gonna throw, because I didn't know who, I heard a couple voices, we talked about, hey, I wanna get involved with you, I wanna volunteer and stuff. And Doug's set a pretty good platform for those of you that have been in his classes to know what the selection process is about. AJ's on a sprint from now probably till Tuesday, maybe Wednesday.
Something like that.
Probably the last time, because the absentee ballots are being voted on right now. So he's got a really short window to sprint and let the community know about what he believes in and why he should be city council. So if anybody wants to be involved, he needs walkers and talkers and evangelists. And you do the pitch for your volunteers, because I'd love to see you guys take what Doug taught you and put it to use out there in the community in this little 1 week window that we got. So
John basically said
would you be like shipping us out to like Poverello and speaking there?
No, it's in District 7, basic this area. So I have a list of people that voting, and I like people to basically deliver this and say vote for AJ.
Okay.
Knocking on doors. So I have an app.
Oh, okay.
They follow
The doors,
the app
okay.
and
Speaking to the people.
yeah, knocking on doors and giving a flyer and say vote for AJ.
I want to applaud you and say that I'm hearing that you're really wanting to get at the real source, and rather than just repeating the things that didn't work in the past. In other communities, these things didn't work. They're gonna work here. So let's get to the real source. Let's get to the real nitty-gritty of what is what we need to change. And I think I have admiration for you, sir.
So again, if you have any other question, but also I need volunteers so we can talk, write the list of volunteers. And like John said, I only have like a week just to knock at these doors. Again, I don't have any political endorsements. I don't have any money from a special interest. All my money really came from the Black Merchant Association because they believed in me and they supported me. But again, I'm the voice of the people, never got involved in politics. It's about the people.
So anyone want to volunteer? That's what he's asking.
Well, we're certainly honored that you came.
Yeah.
And it's a really incredible honor. Thank you so much.
Actually, it is an honor for me to be up here, so, because I'm your voice, that's what I want to do.
I'm gonna need like a piece of paper, so about what you're all about, so I can tell the people more about you if they have
Sure.
any questions. And then, all right,
It's basically over here, so let me go through this one. So I always tell people, this is my name. I've never been in politics. I'm a community advocate. I'm running because I want to put people for politics. The number one problem we have in Fresno is homelessness. It's basically what I talked about. Last 5 years, the city spent $500 on housing the homeless. It's not working. We need a permanent solution. The solution is we need to treat them as human beings. We need to put them in the low barrier safe zone, provide the basic services they want. We need to admit they have an addiction, provide the treatment for the addiction. And once you talk to them, they're very nice people, they're logical people, they need help. They're also willing to go through job training and work, and this is the pathway to solution. Taking a homeless off the street, the fire department says 50% of the fire today in Fresno is because of the homeless. We have 70 to 80% break into property is homeless, and we have 50% of businesses that close today do not reopen. Nobody will want to reinvest in that area when they see homeless encampment in the area. Yeah. Because it's not safe, people will not invest their money where it's not safe. So by putting them in a safe camp, it's a win-win for everybody. We need priority to fix our road and sidewalks, and we need to lower our electrical bill by 33% because in Fresno, we pay on average 33% more than the rest of California. Sure. So Fresno and Northern California, we all have PG&E. Everybody has PG&E. And PG&E divides the area into regions. So our region, Central California, is more expensive than San Francisco, San Jose when it comes to utility. Okay, so you don't have to say all this, but basically vote for AJ's for people for politics. He has real solution for homelessness, for fixing the road, for affordability, basically.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What zip code is District 7? Zip code?
What zip code, Sharon? Has like 5 different zip codes.
93727,
04, 02,
0302, yeah.
06, 07, yeah. So there are like 5 different zip codes.
So,
I want to volunteer. I'll pass these out.
06,
I'll pass these
it's
out.
Yeah, so
06,
I'll-
what's your position on, doing more, even though they're doing a little bit, doing more development in West Fresno, 92706?
Yeah, so that's very good. You know, I was with a council member having coffee one time, and I asked, why don't developers build in the infill? Why do we need to expand to Seda? And he said, because it is not profitable for them. Okay, so whose fault that's not profitable? When it takes them 2 years to get permits, when they have to pay so much money to get the permits, and they have to wait all that long, that costs
Pushing
money. Yes, it's not
paperwork.
profitable, but whose fault is it? It's the city's fault. So, and I talk about this, we need to make sure, we need to give them, remove impact fees for them, maybe give them tax credit, and we make sure that they can get, we need to have a buy right system. You apply, it's the same building that you build over here, gonna build over here, it's within a week you should get your permit. So this is what's gonna help them build the infill, we need to make it profitable for them.
Does giving out these flyers in different areas, like in Clovis, matter too?
No, because I have an app, that's the area that we're in.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's only this area, so this is in the heart of the area.
okay.
So it has to be an app, I can share it with you, and then I'll tell you where to walk for that stuff. Yes.
So you're referring to making it profitable, and something I've noticed, especially when it comes to larger projects and things of that nature, is a lot of investors typically don't invest in things that are not immediately profitable, rather than focusing in the long term. Because like, if we were to get like that kind of project rolling, it would be profitable in the long term, because these people would be able to contribute back to society.
So there's many ways out here profitable. First, you don't go to work unless you get immediately paid within a week or two. So those people when they build within a year, they need to be profitable, okay? This on a short term, because they're working to make money. But also it's profitable on a long term too. It's profitable for the city, because the city then will be collecting property tax.
Yeah.
The city is gonna draw more people to that area, more business will open in that area, so the city will even make sales tax. So it is profitable for everybody.
Okay.
It's profitable because now you have affordable housing for people to live in.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah,
But
sounds good.
ultimately it starts from the city, remove all this red tape and make it
Yes.
easy to build, give tax credits.
Yeah.
It has to be profitable, otherwise they will not build it. Let me give you an example. For example, you have a phone. Anybody has a phone?
I agree, Mom.
Okay? So people complain that developers making money, okay? So people complain that Apple is making money. Is this Apple? That's
No,
not
it's a
Apple.
one.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You know, they're millionaires, but who made them millionaires? Who made them billionaires? It's
The
you did.
customer.
It's you did. When you said you gave up $1,000 that's in your pocket to buy the phone, you said that this phone is more important than $1,000 in my pocket. So it's okay to make money because you also benefited from this phone. It made your life a lot easier. So it's not bad for companies, corporations to make money if you benefit too. So I think anybody who wants to volunteer, please let's put a list, name, phone number.
I'm gonna text you for the app.
Okay, and you know that's a better idea. This is my phone number.
Yeah, text it.
Text me with your name, and that you want to volunteer, and then I get back to all of you. That's easier than writing down. Okay, so thank you.
Thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon.
Awesome.